What am I talking about?
Hey, it's Sue.
And Megan, the Spine Breakers.
And today we are doing the Honest Booktuber Tag.
Yes, we are.
And we were tagged by Harriet Rosie, who also created the tag.
Yes. And while we do this tag, we are going to drink some Boone County Brown. Which is
County Brown.
I have to say it like that because of the Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. It's a smooth American brown ale by Burr Oak Brewing Company, which is in Columbia, Mo.
Dink, dink, dink. That's pretty good.
It's pretty decent.
Brown ales aren't my fave, but
we're drinking it because I'm an old woman and I'm having acid reflux issues. So we thought maybe a darker beer would be better than a lighter beer because I'm an old lady.
Let's get into the questions.
Let's do it. So question number 1 is, have you ever lied about reading a book?
Not intentionally.
I was going to say the same exact thing.
For the longest time, I genuinely thought that I had read Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, but I was getting it mixed up with a different book. I think I was getting it mixed up with Lorna Doone, which is like not the same book at all. But it's just like a lady's name. And so I was like, yeah, I've read that. So for a long time, I told people that I'd read Rebecca until I like heard someone actually talking about the plot, and I was like, I definitely have not read that.
I don't think I've read that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that also, where I've like gotten something confused with something, or like I genuinely can't remember. But if I can't remember if I have or haven't read a book, I'll usually say that. Like, yeah, maybe I have, I don't know. But yeah,
I don't think I've ever like lied to sound smart or something. Because like then if they ask you questions, you're just gonna sound stupider.
Yeah, because you're not gonna know anything.
Yeah.
So.
Next question. Have you ever avoided a book because of controversy around the content or author?
I'd say yeah, definitely with Orson Scott Card.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. Because like, you know, we read a lot of sci-fi, and Ender's Game is like a huge sci-fi book, but I just can't do it.
No.
Not while he's living.
Yeah.
If he was dead, maybe I would read it.
I don't want him directly to profit off of my interest in his book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, I finally decided to read some Lovecraft, even though he also was terrible.
Yeah, he was the worst, but...
Yeah, but he's been dead for a really long time, so...
He's not profiting or benefiting in any way from...
Other than that, I don't know. I mean, most of the other controversies I've heard have been, like, authors that I wasn't really interested in reading anyway, I think.
Yeah, same. I've heard that Robert Frost was a douche, but...
Yeah. And my English lit teacher, or American lit, I think... professor in college told our class that Robert Frost was like a huge douchebag in real life, but also he had a really shitty life, so it's like you kind of get a bit of a pass, I feel. I mean, you still shouldn't be a dick to people, but you know. Question 3 is, have you ever been sent a book for free and not disclosed it? No. I think we've only ever been sent one. Well, I've been sent 2, but one of them I haven't talked about yet because I haven't read it. But I think we had an author send us a book once, and we definitely said that when we talked about it.
Yeah, so. Definitely.
Yeah. Have you ever bought a book with no intention of reading it?
No, but I have bought books and then later realized that I had no intention of reading them.
Yeah, well, I think the only book I've ever bought that I had absolutely no intention of reading that copy of it was my signed copy of Kindred.
Fair.
By Octavia Butler. Like, I will probably never read that copy. But other than that, I've always, like, had the intention, to read at least, of reading it.
And then, like, later on, especially after, like, library sales, I'm like, yeah, I'm never gonna read this.
Or I just recently got rid of a really fancy copy of, like, Victor Hugo's works. And, like, when I bought it, I was like, yeah, I'll read this. But later I was like, this is not gonna be comfortable to read. Like, I can't.
It's big and bulky.
Yeah. Have you ever got caught up in booktube drama?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
We try to avoid the dramas.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of talked about things a little bit on our channel, or mentioned it here and there, but generally we've pretty much stayed out of the drama.
We're inherently non-dramatic.
Yeah.
Like, we're real chill, so.
Also, we don't keep up with
No.
So it's like, by the time we realize anything's happening, nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, it's already done. So.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a hate comment, and did you respond?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had some douchey comments.
I've had a couple of trolls on my video. They're only ever on my videos. Thanks. One of them was
I had that one guy who was like, next.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, the trolls, though, I feel like, are, like, saying really mean things.
Yeah, just really garbage things.
And that's happened on 2 of my videos. One of them was my review of Shrill by Lindy West, so I was not surprised to get a troll comment on that video.
Right.
I'm actually surprised I haven't gotten more. I did initially respond to that one, and then he just was, like, being super not worth my time, because it was just, like, really... not even interesting insults,
right?
You know, just like the same shit everybody says,
right?
So I just blocked him because I was like, you're not worth. And the only reason I responded in the first place is because like Lindy West has the philosophy that you should respond, which is I think the opposite of what most people would say. And I have to say that I think I kind of disagree with her there because I think that's what they want. They want the attention.
I think so.
And so, yeah, we've gotten other negative comments, I would say. I don't know if I'd call them, like, hate comments.
But we've gotten some,
But we've gotten negative comments.
Yeah.
But they're few and far between.
Yeah. But for the most part, we have pretty good comments. And I think, like, when you get shitty comments, it pisses me off more than you.
Yeah.
Because I
just, like, remove the comment. Like, I'm not gonna respond to it.
And I'm like, I will find them and kick them in the shins.
When someone, like, mansplained a little life to us, I did respond to that.
Yeah.
And they didn't respond again.
Right.
They didn't respond to my response. But other than that, I don't think we've really responded. Because a lot of times it's on really old videos that I'm like, I don't even give a shit about this video anymore.
Someone mansplained a D&D book that I read to me. And, like, they basically said the same things that I said in the video. But it was, like, so long after I posted it that I was like...
And the same where we got a comment on our review of The Wanting Seed, which was, like, one of the first reviews we ever did, for one thing. So, like, it wasn't good.
It wasn't a great review, yeah.
His critique of our review, I was like, okay, whatever. Because he said it was, like, vague and poor or something. I'm like, true.
Yeah.
But then he said, and your typical youngsters saying like every other word. I'm like... Yeah, but that kind of just made me roll my eyes like, okay, Grandpa.
Super patronizing. But whatever.
And yes, I'm pretty sure every negative comment we've gotten has been from a man.
A man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever gotten a negative comment from a woman that I can recall.
No.
Yep, so take that as you will. Have you ever made a video just because you knew it would get views? Sort of, I guess.
I mean, we try to make videos that are going to be interesting for people to watch.
Yeah.
Because, like, if we're going to make videos,
right?
You know,
and you want people to watch your videos, obviously,
right? So, like, I think we try to make.
But I don't know that we've ever made something that we didn't want to make,
right?
Just to get views.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But I mean, in a way, like wrap ups and hauls are kind of for views because they are generally
pretty popular,
higher viewed, at least initially. I would say of our top 5 viewed videos, at least 2 or 3 of them are actually book reviews because they accumulate more over time.
Right.
But I also enjoy doing wrap ups and hauls, so I wouldn't say I've ever like been like, oh, I don't want to do this, but
it's gonna get views.
Right.
Yeah, I would agree with that. If you could go back to the beginning of your channel, would you do anything differently?
Well, I mein, I've learned a lot on the technical side, definitely. So there's a lot of things I would improve.
Lighting.
I think I've gotten somewhat better at editing, things like that. And we did do some pretty bad book reviews off at the start, I think, because
we just didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah, we didn't know what we were doing, and we don't really plan our videos.
No. Also, like, it's really awkward to get used to talking to a camera at first. So, like, the first few videos, I was like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Right. You know, so it's just awkward.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. I don't feel like we did anything too heinous at the beginning.
I don't think we heinous out.
No. Are there any channels you wish you could be more like?
I would say, like, there are a few channels as far as, like, production quality I wish we could be more like. But, like, as far as content, like, I really dig our channel.
Yeah.
I like what we do.
I do too. I will say that I do wish we planned our videos out a little better because I think we could. Yeah, I think we could. Sometimes we don't sound the most intelligent, I don't think. And I think that's because we don't really plan what we're going to say, especially when doing like book reviews.
Right.
Yeah, and like specific channels who I think are really good at planning and structuring their videos would be like a Book Olive. She's the first one that came to my head. So yeah. And then, I mean, we always mention Allie from Hardback Hoarder as being like channel goals as well, because her channel is just really...
It's really well done and it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last question is, what's something you love about your channel?
I don't know. I just love the two of us talking about books. Like, I love that that's something about our friendship that we've kind of always done. And I love that we can do it together on the channel. And I think, like, that's definitely something we've done more of since we started the channel. And I dig that. Yeah, because we're both just reading more because of the channel, too. So we have more books to talk about. But... yeah, I would agree with that. And also, I think we've always just been ourselves too. Like, if you meet us in real life, I don't feel like we're any different. Other than that, we're super socially awkward. Yeah. If we don't know you well. Yeah. So you might be surprised at like how quiet we are. We're pretty quiet at first. Yeah. Until we get to know you, or until we get drunk. Whichever comes first. Yeah. Usually the drunk one. Usually the drinking. But then it's really weird because, like, if I get a little tipsy and get really friendly with somebody, then, like, the next day or, like, whenever I see them again and I'm sober, it's awkward still. Because then I'm like, I was really friendly the last time I saw you, but... Yeah, I've had that happen more than once where I'm like, hi. I'm not drunk. I know I talked a lot last night, but now I'm sober and awkward. Come here, Bob. Yep, there he is. There's the noodle. Alright, so who should we tag? Oh boy. Don't lick, Murph. Hey, do not lick, bud. Also, you're just hitting me in the chest repeatedly with your Let's tag Todd the Librarian. Todd the Librarian. Because I love him. Yep, same. And let's tag Literary Gladiators. Yeah, gladiate the shit. I always want to say, does anybody remember back in 2000 or whatever when Gladiator won a bunch of Oscars, and who was it? Elizabeth Taylor was like presenting and she was wasted and she was like reading the window and she goes, Gladiator! I don't remember. Gladiator! And everybody made fun of it for a really long time. That's amazing. And so now every time I say Literary Gladiators, I want to say Literary Gladiators! Murphy's like, are you okay? He's like, hey, Susan, do you need my help? Let's tag Paperback Junkie. And let's tag Brews and Reviews. Let's do it. Alright. And I mean, I like this brown ale fine. Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. For brown ale, which is not very... You know, I really like Time Timbers brown ale, though. It's called Bob Ross. Yeah, I like that one. Not just because of the name. I do love Bob Ross. Yeah. But it's actually a really good brown ale. It's a good brown ale. But this one's decent. It's solid. Yeah. It's solid. I'll take it. Alright, so that was the Honest Booktuber tag. Thanks, Harriet, for tagging us. Yes, definitely. So that's it. That's it. I had a thought and I lost it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.